Welcome back to the Real Quick with Mike Swick podcast. Today, in continuation of the Team AKA Team Khabib series, we got Usman Nurmagomedov, a fantastic fighter, very exciting, quite contrasting fighter from the Nurmagomedov family. He has all the wrestling, all the grappling, but he's also got an unbelievable Muay Thai game. Great leg kicks, great body kicks, elbows, knees. He loves fighting on the feet. He's finished 10 of his 11 victories. He's undefeated as a pro. Like I said, he signed with Bellator, a bright future ahead of him, and I want to get to know him a lot more myself, and I'm sure you do too. There's been a lot of requests for him, so let's get started. All right, Kurbaitaev, thank you for the translation, and Usman, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hi, Mike, hi.
You just signed with Bellator. How exciting is that for you?
Только что подписался в Bellator. Насколько это радостно для тебя? Я в предвкушении. Очень рад. Мы с самого начала к этому шли. Посмотрим.
He's very excited, and he's very happy, and this is what they were training for. So we'll see.
Yeah. Have you looked at some of your division and seen who's out there and matched anybody up? As far as you got Patricio, you got Benson, you got Patricky. Have you looked at and thought about those guys yet?
Смотрел в своем дивизионе вообще других ребят, кто выступает, там, уже изучаешь свой дивизион?
Ну, потихоньку начал. Я там знаю чемпиона, который поднялся с полулегкого в легкий. А так потихоньку уже начал изучать.
Slowly, like step by step, he's starting to like explore his division, and he knows the champion, like current champion. Yeah, and he's just, starting to explore division.
Awesome. And I want to say, man, owning a Muay Thai gym myself, I greatly appreciate your style. Your style is so exciting. And I have to ask, you love fighting on the feet and you love doing Muay Thai. I mean, you have the wrestling, you have the grappling of all the Nurmagomedovs, but it's like you choose to stay on the feet with the Muay Thai. You get in the clinch. You try to find that opening for the knees to the head, use your elbows. It's beautiful, beautiful style, and you finish everyone. What started that? What started your training in Muay Thai, and then it became such a big part of your game plan, or your formula, I guess, in your fighting style?
Ему очень нравится твой стиль, потому что он сам является владельцем зала Muay Thai. И примечательно то, что, будучи из семьи Нурмагомедовых, ты предпочитаешь всегда работать в стойке, работать на ногах, использовать колени, локти. Вообще, как это началось? Как ты выбрал вот этот стиль? То есть?
Не я выбирал. Это Амар меня в тайский бокс забрал, когда я еще молодым парнишкой был. И вот оттуда уже все началось. А в бою, в стойке у меня хорошо получается. Я держусь в стойке, потому что мне Кhabib всегда говорит: начинай со стойки, а там уже дальше посмотрим, тебе надо будет переходить в борьбу или не надо будет.
Yeah, so he's saying that he did not choose it. Umar, his brother, he he took him with him to a Muay Thai gym, and he just loves it. He feels very comfortable on the feet, and as Khabib always tells him, like just start from from striking, from working on feet. And then if you need wrestling, you will use wrestling. But start from the feet,
Yeah, and Umar is the same. I mean, Umar mixes up his striking as well. And the difference being Umar will strike to get the takedown and then just slam a guy down the first opening, whereas Usman loves to just stay there and batter and just be exciting. So it's so many contrasts and styles with you guys. It makes it so exciting. It's not like everyone categorizes you guys as Khabib's cousins and they think it's like exact replicas, but it's not. Khabib is so good and exciting at what he does, but it's because of what he does, he made it exciting. But you guys there's such a contrast with your styles. And I think that's going to really light the fire with people when they start seeing this.
Yeah, он говорит, что Умар тоже похожий стиль, но Умар использует стойку, чтобы, использует каждый момент, чтобы пройти, допустим, ноги, перевести в партер, а ты любишь постоянно оставаться на ногах, постоянно драться в стойке, и, будучи доверенными братьями Кhabиба, все думают, что вы реплики, и, в общем, и у вас там стиль одинаковый, точно такой же, но у вас такой сильный контраст вот между троими. Кhabib очень хорош в том, что он делает, в бою, и вы просто все абсолютно разные. И он говорит, что зрителям тоже очень интересно смотреть за вами.
Что ему сказать? Спасибо.
Yeah, and that wasn't really a question.
You know?
I was just giving you a compliment. But I got to ask you, how old were you when you started training in fighting and martial arts? And was that because you're a Nurmagomedov and it's like you don't have a choice? And I mean, of course you have a choice, but is it just part of the family, just that you have to be a fighter and you have to do martial arts and be a warrior? Or was it more of like a choice? Did you have that choice and wanted to do it? And then what age was it?
Когда начал вообще тренироваться, и есть ли такое, что вот, будучи Нурмагомедовым, прям просто у тебя выбора нет, ты там рождаешься и сразу идешь в зал тренироваться, там бои, ММА, боевой самбо, или же как бы ты выбирал, то есть это был твой выбор?
Конечно, я выбирал, потому что со мной, у нас в Нурмагомедовых все занимались спортом. Но у кого было желание и стремление, они продолжили дальше. А кто захотел там пойти по другой русле, имеется в виду там... Ну,
я знаю, братья, есть стоматологи.
Да, есть у нас стоматологи, есть там... Ну, у каждого своя профессия, каждый выбрал сам себе профессию. А начинали все, да, все были в спорте, все занимались. Таких бездельников не было.
Во сколько начал заниматься?
Ну, я-то с самого детства раннего начал. Сперва на вольну ходил, потом что-то оставил.
Это примерно сколько лет было?
Это, наверное, было где-то 8 лет. Потом где-то в 12 где-то оставил, а потом уже там чуть перебои начались с тренерами в зале у населения. И потом уже через 2-3 года меня старший брат из тайский бокс забрал, и вот так дальше уже пошел, больше не оставил тренировки.
He started when he was 8. He started from freestyle wrestling. And then, like when he was 12, Umar brought him to Muay Thai gym. He had a small gap. Then he started again, and from then on he continues training. And it was his choice. Like everybody of Nurmagomedov family, they all start training. But whoever likes to continue training, they continue. Whoever likes to pursue career, or for example, he has cousins who are dentists and some other professions. Who everybody, is everybody's choice. So, but they all start training in the gym, and whoever wants to continue, he continues.
It's safe to say that with 10 of your 11 wins coming by finish, and then most in the first round, do you enjoy getting the finish and being exciting and getting the knockout? I take it. Is that safe to say?
Он говорит, у тебя 10-11 боев, и почти все они заканчиваются нокаутами, и большинство из них в первом раунде. Как тебе нравится заканчивать бои досрочно или нокаутом? Вообще, имею в виду, получаешь удовольствие от этого?
Да, есть.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
I like it too.
Это хорошо, когда ты заканчиваешь в первом или втором раунде, потому что, не знаю, публике тоже нравится, когда ты заканчиваешь раунд, бои досрочно.
Yeah, it's very good to finish a fight in the first or the second round, and audience loves it too. People love it, so he enjoys it too.
Yeah, I can relate to a few fights I've had early, and it was very nice, definitely very nice. Obviously, I know that Khabib hasn't changed as a person. He's still the same, no matter how big of a superstar he's become. But how motivating is that, being so young, training with him in Dagestan, and then watching his growth to becoming so famous and so big? Is that motivating to you and empowering in some way when you go out there to fight, knowing that he's done so well and you're right there behind him following? Is it motivating for you?
Очевидно, что Хабиб не изменился с тех пор, как был там простым парнем. Сейчас он чемпион, он такой же простой. Но насколько мотивирующе является то, что это твой брат, и он настолько сильно вырос, он стал такой большой звездой в ММА, и вот ты выходишь на бои, ты, получается, ты находишься за его спиной. Насколько это мотивирующе для тебя?
Ну, конечно, мотивации достаточно, но и есть такое большое волнение, что нельзя подвести. И это смешанное такое чувство, волнение и мотивация. Ты должен это все перебороть, выйти, еще выиграть. Надо еще, чтобы выиграть надо так, чтобы не нервничал никто, потому что все дядьки уже нервничать начали. Это больше, так, 50 на 50. Волнение и мотивация.
So he has mixed feelings. So he feels motivation in worry. So he doesn't want to let Khabib down, and he doesn't want to let like his uncles, his parents down. So he feels like pressure and motivation, in the same time. So it's like a mixed feelings.
Being with that mixed feeling, is it different that he's going into Bellator now? Does he feel less pressure as far as he's not in the same organization with obviously Khabib and Islam in the same division, but now he has a different organization to kind of rise up and kind of be the star of? Does that help?
Вот, из-за того, что ты говоришь, что у тебя смешанные чувства, ты сейчас вступаешь в организацию, в различную от той, где выступают твои братья, ты из-за этого чувствуешь меньше давления или как вообще это? Это помогает, что ты в Bellator, а не UFC?
Скорее меньше, наверное, потому что они все в UFC дерутся, а я в другой организации дерусь, и так меньше давления, как ты говоришь.
Yeah, he feels less pressure, because everybody's of his cousins, brothers, they fight in UFC and he fights in Bellator. Yeah, he feels less pressure.
I know you just flew out to help get the guys ready and be a part of their training camp, but before that, obviously I know Abdulmanap had a huge impact on you guys and was a great man, great trainer, great leader. And then you fought in his memorial tournament and got a victory. What was that like for you to get that victory, being that it was for him and his memorial?
Абдулманап Магомедович имел большую роль в вашей жизни, он вас тренировал, и вот ты выступал на турнире в его честь, и ты получил победу. Каково это было вообще? Какие у тебя были ощущения, когда ты выиграл в такой знаменательный день?
В отношении... как тебе сказать, чувства, конечно, зашкаливали, но самое было то, что дядьки не хватает. Тогда не хватало, сейчас тоже сильно не хватает. Единственное, вот это, а то, что там выиграл в честь Абдулманапа, это, конечно, хорошо, но дяди постоянно не хватает, честно сказать. Я думаю, по-другому была вот сама подготовка, когда он был, которая последняя была, по-другому было бы, если дядя был бы.
Yeah, there were a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, but they miss him. Like no matter like if he gets like a victory or loss, like anyways, like he like everybody misses him a lot. And he says that the last preparation, would go maybe different if he was here. So like no matter what, they just miss him.
That's why I figured it would be such a good feeling to get that victory in that tournament or that fight. All right, guys, I got to thank our sponsors really fast. Our first sponsor is FitRow by Khabib. Khabib's protein bars and cookies. They have assortment of products and flavors. I've seen everything, their whole packet, the nutrients, the processing, everything about them. It's state-of-the-art. It's number one. Obviously, you can go to fitroo.com, and it's FITROO by Khabib. Anything Khabib's behind and is a part of is top-notch. All right, our next sponsor is Manscaped, the official trimmer of the UFC and the official trimmer of the Real Quick with Mike Swick podcast. Now, I think it goes without being said that Manscaped is the best below-the-waist trimmer and product on the market, and all you have to do to get 20% off is add QUICK. QUICK, come on, it's easy, right? Add QUICK at checkout, code QUICK, you get 20% off, you get free shipping. And the best part is they know that I sent you, so then I'm doing my job. I'm bringing you to Manscaped. That's the whole point of a sponsor, right? So support the show and support Manscaped by using QUICK at checkout, again, for 20% discount and free shipping. You won't be disappointed. And as always, this podcast is brought to you by AK Thailand, the world's premier luxury training resort here in Phuket, Thailand. As of the taping of this podcast, still we have the 30% reopen special. So you can actually book online at akthailand.com, save 30% right now, no expiration date. You can use it anytime after the quarantine. 2021, 2022, there's no expiration date. Save 30%, that's a third off the price. Really save you some money so you can buy other stuff on your trip here to Thailand. Of course, everybody wants to come here. This is one of the safest countries to come to. There's almost zero COVID cases here right now. It is locked up, but they did open up the airports as of October 1st. You just have to do a quarantine. I don't think that's going to last very long. I think it's a 2-week quarantine. I think they're going to do away with that within the month, and then soon it'll just be medical certificates. So we are at the closing end of this thing, guys. So you can still take advantage of the 30% off while we're still locked up, and before we actually officially reopen with the full borders and have our full customer base back. So 30% off. You can book now, 3 months, 6 months, a year, however long you want. And you can also get visas through us. So if you want to come to Thailand after the quarantine and stay for 6 months, a year, we can help you. We are an official school in Thailand. So you can actually start processing right now. We can actually start processing visas as of right now and get them ready so that when the quarantine is over, you can come and stay for a full 6 months or a full year into our school program, and you can train, have fun, enjoy the islands, enjoy the great Thailand atmosphere, the beaches, the great food, the very low stress lifestyle, and have a great time training at AKA Thailand. And if you're not familiar with AKA Thailand, here's our commercial.
What's up, everybody? I am here in Thailand. This is the first time I've ever been here. Been dying to come here for years. Mike Swick, he's one of the big reasons he's been trying to pull me down here. What he built down here, AKA Thailand, is incredible. There's people here from all over the world. You can train mixed martial arts here, jiu-jitsu. They have weightlifting, they have cardio, and obviously they have Muay Thai, boxing, everything. I'm telling you guys, I know everybody wants to go to Thailand because Thailand's so cool, but you can't come to Thailand without coming to AKA Thailand. Come on.
How is the training going with the guys? How's everything going with Khabib's camp? Is everything going good and he's looking ready and getting prepared?
Как вообще тренировки проходят? Как вот у Хабиба тренировки проходят? Как вообще думаешь, он готов? Да. Насколько он готов?
Еще сейчас в самом пике, в самом разгаре. Ну, увидимся 24-го. Все, я думаю, Хабиб его финиширует, потому что Хабиб очень сильно заряженный. Ментально Хабиб очень сильный.
So preparation is very good. Now it's like at the peak of the training camp, and Usman says that Khabib wants to finish him. He feels very pumped. He feels very motivated, and let's see on 24th of October.
Absolutely. How is it training with Javier? Obviously, Javier training me through my camp, and then now he's with you guys over there in Dubai, and it looks like so much fun. You guys are having so much fun in Dubai. It's like you train so hard. I've said this before, Kurbaitaev, but you guys train so hard, but you have so much fun. It's like a family, and I miss that so much being stuck here in Thailand. And Javier's over there, and he's sending me pictures and videos. So how is it training with Javier over there? And then how is just the overall fun family atmosphere of all you guys together in one place at one time training?
Он Тагира тоже спрашивал. Он говорит, постоянно видит фотки, видео. Он спрашивает, как вот тренироваться с Хавьером. Он видит, что вот вы очень упорно, усердно тренируетесь, но в то же время постоянно у вас шутки, вот как семья, такая теплая, добрая, такая веселая атмосфера. Вообще, каково тренироваться с Хавьером и вот быть в такой веселой, такой расслабленной, можно сказать, обстановке, и в то же время тренироваться так усердно?
Ну, вот когда мы бинтуемся, там между перерывами у нас чуть бывает такое... Один может пошутить, другой, все смеются. А так все всегда во время тренировочного процесса сфокусированы только на тренировках. А с Хавьером очень даже хорошо, потому что я, например, каждый день утром работаю с Хавьером и замечаю то, как я улучшаюсь, где мне не хватало в стойке там, или какие-то фишки Хавьер мне добавляет новые. Ну, в целом очень хорошо даже.
It's training with Javier is really good. He's training individually with Javier every morning. So, and he feels like how he's getting good at some of the techniques, striking. He's learning some new tricks, and in between the rounds, after training or before training, they have fun. They laugh, they make jokes. But during training, everybody is like 100% focused on the training. So, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, I figured that. It looks super fun. And then get back to you really fast. In your particular training, when you're getting ready for a fight, I know you're helping the guys right now, but for you in particular, what is a typical training day for you when you're getting ready for a fight, like during your fight camp? What is a typical day?
Ну, сейчас понятно, что ты помогаешь ребятам больше готовиться на их бои. А вообще, вот когда ты готовишься на свой бой, как твой день выглядит? Вот как ты тренируешься? Как у тебя тренировки выстроены?
Ну, утром встаю, иду в зал, борюсь или делаем спарринг с Кhabibом, когда я готовлюсь к моему бою. И то же самое вечером. Вечером через день там грэпплинг, борьба или спарринги. И спарринг тоже с Khabibом. Каждый день с Khabibом, потому что с Khabibом бывает тяжелее всех, например, чем с Исламом, чем с Манапом. Тяжелее с Khabibом. У Khabиба постоянное давление. И после того, как с Khabibом там сделал спарринги, выходишь, с другими спарринг делаешь, я очень легко, хорошо себя чувствую.
Yeah, when he's preparing for his fight, like it's kind of the same, but he mostly trains with Khabib. He's sparring with Khabib, like grappling with Khabib, like morning training, and every second day, like he grapples in the evening, or he's like sparring with Khabib, because he says like it's like he's the hardest opponent for him, because he puts a lot of pressure. Even like it's much like more, I say, harder than sparring with Islam or Abu Bakr or any other guy. And after training or sparring with Khabib, it's like he feels very comfortable and very confident, sparring with other guys.
For sure. And I've trained with Khabib as well and felt that strength. When you fight, Usman, are you ever just like when you grab a hold of somebody or they grab a hold of you, like after you've been training with Khabib for so long, just feel that such difference in strength of like who you've been training with compared to who you fight? Because it's got to be phenomenal. Like when he's grabbed my wrist and we've wrestled, it's like a heavyweight strength, like grabbing you. And so I have to assume you fought guys out there and you have to be thinking in your mind like, this is not Khabib. Like this is definitely, there's got to be some confidence in that,
Он говорит, тоже тренировался с Khabibом и чувствовал его просто невероятную силу, когда, говорит, он на тренировке схватил за кисть, говорит, он подумал, что это тяжелый, схватил за кисть. И, говорит, есть такое в бою, что, потому что ты много тренируешься с Khabibом, когда кто-то там тебя держит или пытается там тебя схватить как-то, ты чувствуешь большую разницу, то есть от Khabиба давления, то есть и этого давления там, от других оппонентов.
Конечно, есть. Даже было сейчас в феврале, когда я дрался с забыл, как его зовут, оппонент был в феврале, Руслан Туяков был. Я тоже постоянно с Khabibом делал спарринги. А этот парень, с ним дрался наш одноклубник Шамиль Тимирханов. И когда готовились на него, Шамиль говорил, что он физически сильнее. А после того, как после спарринга с Khabibом вышел на него, не было такого, что вау, там тоже у него дур есть же. Он меня ничем не удивил, получается.
Yeah, Usman says when, for example, of course he agrees with you. And when he fought in February, his opponent, he was fighting the other guy from their team, Shamil Timirkhanov. And Shamil was saying that Ruslan is very strong, very strong. But when Usman fought him, after training so many times, sparring and grappling with Khabib, he didn't feel anything like, he did not surprise him with anything. So he didn't feel that he was strong, So yeah, this is the example of what you say.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like people, they don't know until they wrestle or grapple with Khabib. You can't prepare for that. You can't understand a man can have that kind of control, strength, and balance. Just when you were growing up and now, so I guess 2 questions. Who were some of your favorite fighters that you looked up to that weren't your teammates or not AKA guys? Because I know there's a lot between your teammates and AKA guys and all of us together. But who were some of the guys that inspired you when you were growing up, like their styles that you liked? And then now, even, who are some of the guys that inspire you?
Он говорит, спрашивает, вот когда ты рос, кто тебя вдохновлял из бойцов? То есть не из твоих одноклубников и не из AKA бойцов, то есть вот чей стиль тебя вдохновлял, когда ты был молодым?
John Jones.
Yeah, you like John Jones.
The style.
А еще какие-то были бойцы, которые тебе нравились?
TJ Dillashaw.
TJ
Dillashaw, Джон Джонс и этот... Ну, Velasquez, он сказал, не говори, тогда не буду говорить.
He's a big one for you guys. But I see your style. Your style is very similar to John Jones as far as you're creative and you mix it up and you're looking for openings. It's cool. I like it. And you know, I see a little bit of Stylebender in you as well because he's very smart at his striking and looking for openings and finding things, and you do that very, very well.
Да, он говорит, что у тебя похож стиль с Джон Джонсом. Он тоже очень креативный, очень разнообразный боец и постоянно ищет то есть момент, чтобы сделать какое-то движение, удар, вот, и ты чем-то на него похож.
Yeah, leg kicks are phenomenal, like absolutely phenomenal.
Удар ногами как просто невероятно.
Много чего сказать на его бой, смотрел с детства из-за этого, не знаю.
Yeah, he was looking up to him and he liked his fights, you know.
Absolutely. And I'm going to leave you with this. So we've had a lot of followers that want to know certain things, and one of the biggest things they wanted to know, obviously they know that there was so much respect between everybody and how much of a great man Abdulmanap was. Do you have a story or a moment with him that you can share that was impactful in your life? It's been a big question by everybody. They want to know like stories about how he's impacted you guys and just any kind of interesting moment y'all have had, because he's such a great guy, such a great trainer, such a big influence on all of you, including Javier and all of us as well. So do you have anything that you can add and share?
Он говорит, что его спрашивают, там бывают комментарии, чтобы спросить, допустим, следующих бойцов. Он говорит, очень много людей спрашивало. Конечно, мы все знаем, какую роль играл Абдулманап в жизни каждого из нас, даже вот Майка, Хавьера, вот бойцов, ребят, и какой он был как человек. Если многие спрашивают, если можешь рассказать какую-то историю, вот, которая оказала на тебя большое влияние, связанное с Абдулманапом.
Дядя был очень требовательный во всем, например, в дисциплине. Если, например, мы там приедем на сбор или к чистоте, там, ко всему требовательный был, строгий был. История, есть такая одна история, когда я только с тайского бокса перешел на боевой самбо к дяде Манапу. Я, там жил в Махачкале. И где-то, не знаю, 2-3-4 месяца, что ли, мы там позанимались, и дядя Манап нас отвез туда мы поехали с командой в Пятигорск на соревнования. А я поехал на 62 драться. У меня все готово на 62 драться. И приехали, взвесился, и на следующее утро мне дядя Манап говорит, ты дерешься на 62, на 68 и на 74. Я в этот день сделал 15 боев.
Какой вид был?
Боевой. Это была такая, Пятигорск, там у нас ежегодно она была, там была, это тоже, кубок тоже был. Ежегодный кубок, или пятигорцы забирали, или мы забирали. С командой ехали всегда. И в этот день я где-то 15 боев сделал. Меня еще там уронили тоже. Я еще молодой был. В 62 меня где-то, по-моему, там. Уронили, то что так, чуть-чуть пошатали, и я остановил резко. А на 68, на 74 я перестал.
He wants to share a story. When he just moved from Muay Thai to Combat Sambo, so his uncle was very strict at everything, at discipline, at cleaning. He had like a lot of, he was very strict. So when he just moved to Combat Sambo, and he trained like for 3-4 months. So they went to a competition in another city called Pyatigorsk, and so he was preparing to fight at 62 kilograms, and he was ready. He made weight, everything. And after weigh-ins, Abdulmanap tells Usman that he's fighting at 62, 68, and 74 the same day. So he had 15 fights that day, and he lost one of his fights at 62 kilograms, but he won at 68 and 74. So he got first place in 68 kilograms and 74 kilograms. А на 62 ты
Значит, за третий должен был подраться, но не вышел, уже убитый был, уставший был.
Yeah, at 62 he lost, but he won 2 divisions. You know, he had 15 fights that day.
Tough love. What did he take away? What did he take away from that? Like what after that happened? What was the biggest impact in his mind moving forward from that experience?
После того, как это случилось, какой урок ты для себя вынес? Вот что, чем ты
сказать, ну, сильно радостно. Да, я давно доволен был, и я за счет этого был очень сильно радостный.
Yeah, his uncle was very happy, and that's why he was very happy. So, you know.
And I assume there'd be some confidence that came with that as well. That was a tough feat.
И после такого, наверное, пришла какая-то уверенность тоже.
Да, конечно, само собой. Когда ты на 68-74 держишься, это когда на 74 дрался, там за выход в финал был вот это, я его как-то повалил, он тяжелый был сильно. Я его повалил, и этот парень почувствовал, что я сильно легкий. И он мне вот так чуть-чуть поднял, он кричит: ты что такой легкий, ты вообще на какой весе дерешься? Я говорю, на твоем весе дерусь, давай. А там же бывает, по боевым самому, сколько бы ты стойки не бил, не дает баллов, а если ты повалишь, дает. Я его один раз повалил, как-то сам не знаю, я его повалил, и потом уже в стойке я его, короче, время тянул, и так 1-0 выиграл.
Yeah, of course, like he feels a lot of confidence, and like there was a story when he was fighting at this tournament at 74 kilograms. So one of his opponent, like he took him down, even though like his opponent was like 74 kilograms and him like 62 only. And when he took him down, his opponent felt that he was light, and like he asked his opponent during the fight, he was asking like, how come you like fighting in my division? He said like, get up, like, you know, I'm in your division, like, get up. And he won just by only one score, because in combat sambo, no matter like how, like, you know, how many punches you do like in striking, you get a lot of points like doing takedowns. So he was able to do one takedown and like win by 1 point, you know.
That's so awesome. That's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing that. And lastly, last question I have for you is for the international fans that don't know as much about you, which obviously a lot of people are talking about you now with the Bellator signing, but are getting to know you more and more. I know you don't do a lot of interviews, a lot of podcasts and stuff, which I greatly appreciate you doing mine. Thank you. But for the international fans that are going to get to know you soon, what do you want them to know? What are you going to bring to Bellator that you want them to know right from the start?
Вот последний вопрос. Хочется спросить, что ты хотел бы сказать своим международным фанатам? Что им стоит ожидать от тебя? Какое у тебя для них такое, да, послание?
Для
международных фанатов,
международных?
Да, что ты в международной организации сейчас выступаешь, и что им стоит от тебя ожидать вот в следующем бою?
Красивых, зрелищных боев.
Yeah, he will show, you know, like, you know, really good fights. So
yeah, no doubt.
He wants his fans to expect really, like, you know, awesome fight. Yeah.
Awesome. And listen, I appreciate, I know you don't do a lot of podcasts. Like I said, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to kind of tell your story and get an update. And I'm a huge fan, Usman, and I can't wait to see what you do in Bellator. I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much for being on the show. And Kurbaitaev, thank you for translating.
Он хочет поблагодарить и знает, что вы не делаете много интервью, подкастов, и он благодарен то, что принял приглашение участвовать в его подкасте. И он большой фанат и хочет, уже ждет, в общем, предвкушение твоего следующего боя.
Спасибо, Майк.
Спасибо.
Будем смотреть твои подкасты дальше.
Спасибо.
Thank you, and he will follow your podcast.
Thank you. Очень хорошо, спасибо. Большое.
Thank you, brother.
Пока,
See you, brother.
Пока, брат. All right, there we go, Usman. Wow, it's good podcast. He really opened up and shared a lot. And just so you guys know, you won't see a 30-minute podcast with these guys. They're very very humble, very family oriented. You know, they're obviously very close, and they train, have fun and train. You know, they don't really do a lot of interviews. They don't do a lot of podcasts. So it's great to be able to have this podcast with these guys and be able to do these series. But a lot of you guys had requests for, some of these guys. And so we decided to try to do all of them and get all of them on. So that's what we're doing. And we Usman on today, and I think it was a great podcast, and we got to know him a little bit better. I think he's going to be a big star in Bellator, no doubt. Love his style. Like I said before, you know, he loves the stand-up. He's got the wrestling, he's got the grappling and the sambo, but he loves the stand-up. He loves the Muay Thai and using his elbows, using his knees, using his kicks. He's a finisher. You know, he's a blitzer. He's finished a lot in the first round. His fighting speaks for itself. I just don't think a lot of the international audience has seen his fighting yet. So hopefully we can introduce a little storyline to his fighting style when people do see his fighting and want to know who this guy is, which I think is going to be very, very soon. So it was awesome to be able to have him on the podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts were on the podcast. We still have Umar, Islam, and Khabib with Javier coming up next. If all goes as planned. So, you know, any comments or any questions you guys might have for those guys, leave them now. And because we're going to be knocking these out really fast, starting tomorrow, actually. I'm going to be doing them all week. So get those questions in. If you're listening on the audio platforms, follow us there, guys. Subscribe, leave a review, whatever you can do. We always appreciate the support and love hearing from you. And we try to respond to everybody. So thank you so much, and see you next time.